Alright everybody, welcome back to our Genshin Impact live stream. We are doing Act 2 of Nahida's Key Quest. We are here, we are ready to go. Last time we left off, we did the first act of this quest line, which was essentially going to this dream world. Everybody in Sumeru was kind of like falling asleep and like kind of like really like living, I guess, like their biggest fantasies, like meeting like loved ones and stuff like that. I won't go too much into it to avoid spoilers for those of you who are just tuning in. But pretty interesting quest. But you know, so if you like that, obviously go ahead and go see it if you missed it. If not, you know, that's fine too. You know, because you're gonna join us with this one. So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Let's go ahead. Let's get started. The first thing we're gonna do is it starts off at the entrance of Sumeru City. So, oh nice. All my dailies are right next to each other. Oh, that's gonna be fun. So let's hop to it. And I don't know if the first act is connected with the second act. I'm not entirely sure. So good thing we're doing it back to back though, because it's easy to remember. But I don't think they're gonna be connected because they didn't come out at the same time. So I don't see why they would be. But I think this unlocks the boss that we're missing. So.
Nahida? Nahida! Paimon didn't think we'd run into you here. Oh, hey there. It's been a while, hasn't it? What have you two been up to?
I like how they had to add TCG. You know, helping all kinds of people.
Seems like you've been enjoying yourselves.
Not really.
How about you? What are you up to now? I'm just looking out for some leads while getting some fresh air. I noticed that I have some blurry memories after saving Ermin's soul. I almost feel like there's still something extremely important I need to do. But I can't remember what it is. Why is that?
What's up, robot? What's up, old one? What's up, Klee? How you guys doing today?
Don't worry, we'll help you remember.
Maybe I can help.
Thank you so much. Since you're willing to help, I have something I'd like to show you.
Interesting.
Oh, it's beautiful. It looks like it's filled with some kind of power. I found it in the sanctuary of Suristana, but I have no recollection of it whatsoever. It's filled with pure elemental power that is quite similar to mine, but yet it's also a little different. It's very likely that it's connected to my foggy memory, but I can't figure out what it is.
Probably about Great Lord Rukuzavada. She could definitely read our mind.
Do you have any ideas?
Nope, don't know.
You know, Nahida, we just happen to be going on an adventure right now. If we find anything, we'll be sure to let you know right away. Thanks, you two. I didn't mean to trouble you again. Don't mention it. Besides, it seems you've got a lot on your mind, and we'd like to help.
That's creepy.
Hey, get out! You shouldn't be around here!
Murder it!
I'm sorry, Lesser Lord Kusanali. Fungi don't usually come near this place. Last warning! Get out before I kick you out, you hear?
Damn.
Hang on. I think it's trying to tell us something.
But Great Dendro Archon, it's a monster!
Please.
Must be killed with fire.
I think I understand. Seems that it wants us to follow it. You can understand it? Even though different creatures have varying habits and ways of communicating, the emotions we experience are all the same. I can feel its anxiety and fear. It's in dire need of our help. Well, fungi are kinda cute, but...
Bongo Head is a really nice fungus, you know. Oh yeah, I remember Bongo Head.
That's true. Okay, let's go take a look. Alright,
Oh
lethal way
man,
for fungus.
bongo head? That's a throwback.
Although they all look about the same, some fungi are friendly, while others are super aggressive and attack anyone they see. It can't be helped. Perhaps in their eyes, humans are like fierce monsters as well. After all, they can't distinguish which human behaviors are hostile or not, and it'd already be too late for them once humans have drawn their weapons.
That's true.
That's why they tend to strike first, rather than waiting.
That's actually kind of a sad way of
Not
looking
too
at it.
different from how humans think sometimes. That's
Imagine.
what I meant by shared emotions.
Okay. How do the fungi float?
It appears it was in a hurry because of this unconscious fungus. Seems like they might be family. So maybe this fungus wanted to bring Nahida here to help its family member. Probably. Although fungi are simple creatures, they're very sensitive to elemental power. Maybe it noticed me on my way back and thought I'd be able to help. I'll take a look. I should be able to help if it's just a common illness. What is it, Nahida? Strange. Very strange. This fungus didn't develop from a spore. It's an elemental life form. Huh? An elemental life form? Yes. Although the fungi you normally see are capable of using elemental powers, they're merely borrowing elemental power from nature around them. As for this fungus, it has elemental power flowing through it. Definitely not
Oh,
anything
interesting.
like your typical fungus.
Huh. So you're saying it only looks like fungus?
Exactly. This is very interesting. I've never seen anything like it. So this is a first even for Nahida. But that's not all. There's a large void within its elemental power. The void is stopping the elemental power from flowing normally, which must be why it fainted. So do you think it'll wake up if we can fill the void? Yes, and I just so happen to be good at this sort of thing. I'll see what I can do right away.
Interesting.
My power was compatible. Looks like everything is fine now.
Lord of Dendro? Is it really the Lord of Dendro? Oh, I can't believe the Lord of Dendro saved me. Thank you, as well as the stranger and creature next to you.
Ah! It can talk?
Oh, I didn't expect such a strange creature to make a sound like that. Seems I'm just as shocked as you are.
Wow.
What? Of course Paimon can talk. Paimon isn't a strange creature. Paimon's just... Paimon!
We don't even know what a paimon
Hello,
is.
Paimon. I am not yet able to evaluate an organism's intelligence from its appearance. I will only know you are able to speak once you have spoken.
Oh, well, no need to take it seriously. It's no big deal. But does Paimon really look so dumb that people might think Paimon doesn't know how to talk?
I
You
mean...
misunderstand, Paimon. A mouth is used for eating, breathing, and other functions that are more important than speaking. So a creature may not speak, even if it has a mouth. I've never seen a creature like you before, so I dared not make the assumption that you could speak.
Yeah, man. She was trying not to
Even if you do
assume.
possess a number of human traits, it is still very common for creatures to have similar external forms, but completely different interiors. Just like fungi and slimes.
Did this fungus study at the academia?
Yeah, this fungus...
Seems even more talkative than Paimon.
This fungus sat you
What kind
down.
of fungus are you?
That's correct. This might be surprising to you, and I'm sure that you must have questions. Let's find somewhere else to talk. It might startle my fellow family members if I speak too much using this strange voice.
This is so weird.
It says that it's very thankful for your help.
Like, this is weird, right? Like, can we all admit that, like, talking to, like,
I
fungus
was
is a little weird?
confident that I knew of all the creatures in Teyvat. Even if there are ones I've never seen with my own eyes, I thought I possessed all the relevant knowledge about them. However, even if I were to lay out the traits of all elemental life forms, you don't seem to match any of them. What are you? And where did you come from?
I come from an ancient race. We have existed for a very long time, possibly longer than any records in existence. My home was filled with flowing water and great mountains. Lush grass covered the land, and my family and I lived in bliss and happiness. Until the apocalypse came.
Till the
and
Fire
changed
Nation
my
came.
home forever. A horrifying power consumed all there was. The seeds of catastrophe nested and grew inside of us, twisting and warping us, causing us to lose control. We were victims of the apocalypse, yet in time, we also became the apocalypse itself.
The apocalypse? I'm not sure what it means either. It sounds like some kind of old fable.
It's a long and complicated
This is a
story.
catastrophe?
It will take me some time to explain it clearly.
Don't worry, we'll listen. Please continue.
I was lucky and managed to survive. Afterward, I left with some of my family and came to Sumeru to search for a way to rescue my homeland. We came in contact with many species and learned from their cultures and knowledge, hoping to understand the truth behind the apocalypse. We later found out that humans know the power of the apocalypse and refer to it as forbidden knowledge.
Your home was
Interesting.
destroyed by forbidden knowledge? Does that mean you're from the desert? It said that they are looking for a way to save their homeland, but the catastrophe of the desert should have ended a long time ago.
The Lord of Dendro is correct. We are not from the desert. I would very much like to tell you the location of my homeland, but unfortunately, I've forgotten. That may sound a little odd, as it is very important to both me and my family.
Yes, how could you forget?
I am a life form that was contaminated by the apocalypse. A part of my knowledge and memory was taken away as the contamination inside of me was purged.
Ah, I get it now. So the void of elemental power was left behind from when the forbidden knowledge was purged. I'm sorry. I hadn't considered that kind of possibility.
That's okay. Lord of Dendro, there is no need to apologize. Without your help, I would have lost more than just my knowledge and memory. And not only did you save me, but you've also already rid the world of the remaining forbidden knowledge, right?
That's right. The forbidden knowledge is no more, and your homeland should be safe now.
My home should be safe now. We can go home. For the longest time, this moment has only seemed like a dream. I never knew it would become a reality so quickly. I was unable to fulfill our calling. I never found a way to save my homeland, and I have even forgotten where it is.
It's not your fault. You've already done everything you can. Every species paid a grave price in the fight against forbidden knowledge. This is not a responsibility you should carry on your own. You mentioned that there were other survivors besides yourself. Where are they? Maybe they'll remember.
The apocalypse put us through immense pain. Many of my family members have already met their end. I'm not sure who else is still alive.
Don't worry, I should be able to find them. Just leave it to me. I'll leave the rainforest to the Aranara. And as for the city, there are a few nice kids that should be willing to help. Oh yeah, they'll give us a hand. Give me a moment. I'll contact them right now.
Yo, honestly, I think she's so broken.
That should do it. It may take some time to find them, so let's wait for a bit.
Thank you, Lord of Dendro. We all believe that you will keep your promises. The moment I saw you when I awoke, I had a feeling you were here because of the agreement.
Hmm? Agreement?
You might not remember, but this is a prophecy that we deeply believe in. That the Lord of Dendro will bring us home once the catastrophe comes to an end.
Ah, I see.
Interesting.
I'm sorry. There are also some blurry segments in my memory as well. But I'm very concerned about your homeland. This is something I should help with. It's really no trouble to me at all.
Would you all be willing to come with me somewhere as we wait? The more family members that can return home with me, the better.
But didn't you say that you don't know where they are?
Yes, but I know their end. I will explain it to you along the way.
Interesting. Alright, homecoming start, baby. Let's go. It's homecoming. Alright.
Take it easy.
Let's go up here. And we'll fly on over. Go here.
There's something that I'm very concerned about.
You talking about the crystal?
Yes. I didn't mention it just now, but do you remember when I told you that the power in the crystal is very similar to mine, yet also different? The elemental power inside the crystal is completely identical to that of the fungus. What?
Interesting. It's a connection between the crystal and the
Exactly.
fungus.
The prophecy that it mentioned was probably an agreement that I made with an elemental life form that once represented its race. I had to deal with the forbidden knowledge to save their homeland. The process, however, took away some of my memories. That sequence of events would explain the persistent feeling that I had unfinished business.
Makes sense. Too bad it's unable to tell us more.
Yeah, I've been trying to think of a place that fits the description of its homeland, but I'm unable to come up with anything.
We're just gonna have to keep on investigating.
Agreed. I really want to send them home, so they won't have to wander around anymore.
Alright. Let's go, elemental being floating hydro fungus. That name just
The road
rolls
here
off the
is a little
tongue.
rough. I'll lead the way.
Don't worry, Paimon can handle any road.
Paimon doesn't walk around.
You're up, traveler.
Yep, I'm aware.
Gotcha.
Alright, got it.
Here comes the cat.
Pop this here.
Go my
Boom,
strength.
boom, boom, boom. Good.
Amazing. With such skills, you all would have definitely been able to find a way to survive the apocalypse.
Hey, Paimon has been meaning to ask. You all didn't originally look like this, did you?
No, we didn't. The appearance of our kind will change according to the environment. After communicating with various living organisms in Sumeru, we discovered that fungi are the life form most adapted to live in these lands.
Interesting.
Thus, we gradually took the form of fungi and became a part of their group.
It's hard to believe that's even possible.
The most important instinct any life form possesses is adapting to the environment.
That's
I
fair.
don't think that should surprise you, Paimon. Your hand is shaped like that for a reason, so you are able to grip and use tools more easily. The reason why fungi absorb elemental power is to blend with the environment and fend off natural predators. We are
Sounds fair.
dendro life forms, one of the most ancient life forms in this land. That is why we are so adaptable.
So you mean, if Paimon wanted to, Paimon could change into a different form as well?
Not as freely, I'm afraid. You would require a long time to make that happen.
What's up, Talia? How you doing?
Although this is common sense to us, it is still extremely difficult to explain. Putting it as simply as possible, changing form requires energy. and energy comes with time. You cannot make a sprout grow into a giant tree instantly, nor can you force a tree to bear fruit overnight.
I see. Humans have a term for this. It's called growth.
Ah, you're so smart, Nahida. Paimon gets it now.
Do you?
Growth. I see. Yes, then this is what you would call growth. A most beautiful word. I shall enjoy it more as we walk.
How am I doing? I'm doing great.
How much
Thanks so much for asking.
farther is it?
We're about halfway there. You're doing great, Paimon. Do you need me to carry you on my back?
Huh? Oh, no. Paimon was just curious. Paimon isn't that tired.
No, Paimon's just complaining.
You seem to enjoy taking care of others.
You think so? Does the Lord of Dendro need to be carried?
That would be awkward, wouldn't it? Why don't you fly up and sit on top of my head?
We can figure out who will carry who later. We have much to
Yeah, I was gonna say, they're talking about, like, carrying each other, and we're, like, mid-fight. Like,
I think we may have a different understanding of carrying someone. No matter whether it's tired or not, my child is always happy when I put it on my back and give it a ride.
Child? You mean the fungi we ran into earlier?
Yes. One was my friend, and the other was my child.
Why can't your kids speak?
Because it's just a fungus. I don't want my presence to change or affect the original state of the fungi species here. However, it is slightly different from an ordinary fungus. It seems to understand some human language, so I gave it a name.
Oh, then it must be a really cute name. You know, like Bongo Head.
Bomb, go ahead.
You have an odd taste for names.
Huh? Paimon thinks that name is great.
It's okay.
Strange and cute at the same time. It's a name only Paimon would be able to come up with.
Right.
That's right.
Doesn't Nahida? Nahida
The
doesn't
name
have
I
one.
came up with was not as creative as Paimon's. I learned it from an adventurer. Its name is... I'm sorry, but I've forgotten. Seems like I've forgotten many important things.
Don't worry, you can try to remember it on the way.
Yes, I must remember it before I return. It's just as important as my homeland.
Alright.
Yes, this way. We're almost there.
Okay. Oh.
It's the Withering.
That's not good.
Yes, I have heard humans also call it that before.
Was it this place always withering, or
It's
is it
the
withering
last
now?
form we take when we're at the end of our life.
Paimon doesn't understand.
It's trying to say that when they've suffered enough and reached the end of their life, they become a tumor of the withering.
Yes, I would have also suffered the same fate if it wasn't for the Lord of Dendro's help.
Interesting.
This is how the Withering is formed?
More or less.
Previous research has revealed that forbidden knowledge is the root cause of the withering. But even
Interesting.
if forbidden knowledge has been completely removed, its influence still remains, which is why the withering remains even after forbidden knowledge has disappeared. They've been tormented by forbidden knowledge for a long time. It's understandable that they will eventually become the withering, but what a sad and pitiful end.
When I left my homeland, flowers like these filled the fields. Each bloom represented an individual life. They grew in the pristine lakes, in the fertile soil, in my home, and in the homes of my friends. They grew everywhere, until the world suddenly lost all its color and became tainted and murky. But it's all right. Our life essence, elemental power, still resides in this flower. After an adventurer clears the withering, I will quietly draw near the area. If I can sense the elemental power of my companions, then I take them with me.
But that would mean the effects of forbidden knowledge could have...
It's okay. That's not important anymore. I just hope that they can all make it back home. It's not right to leave them to simply perish in the open like this. Now that we finally have the chance to return home, each one I manage to bring back will make me that much happier.
I understand. Just leave it to us. So
I got
you're
this.
worried about me. It's fine. Forbidden knowledge doesn't exist anymore. It's natural to want to be overcautious when dealing with a highly venomous snake. But when all that's left is its skeleton, there's nothing to worry about.
If you say so.
Paimon doesn't get what you two are talking about, but we're all ready to go now, right? Then let's do this! We've dealt with the Withering countless times already.
That's true. Oh, they gave me a trial Nahida again? Did they give me the same Nahida? Yeah, they did. Damn it. They share constellations? She does. When it's unleashed in elemental types. You type it. Oh, the count will add 1 to. Wait. When the shrine is unleashed and the elemental types of the party members are being tabulated, the count will add 1 to the number of Pyro, Electro, and Hydro characters. Interesting. By the sea. Damage. Burning Bloom, Hyper Bloom. Earn damage. They receive can score crit hits. Crit rate, crit damage are fixed at 20 and 100. A quickly argument spread. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah. It's very interesting. Alright, so I do think that probably the those are some pretty good those are some pretty damn good constellations. Like that actually makes me think like maybe C1 Nikita isn't a bad idea. I mean, I'm not a big component of pulling for constellations, but
remember, help comes first.
alright.
Positions. This dance is for you.
Alright.
Roll.
Man, them moving my Nahida is really messing with my rotation right now. Alright. Cool. There's the withering. Boom. Nice and easy.
As I expected, it's the last of my kind that I'm aware of, so it wasn't able to make it to the end. If only it could have held on just a little longer.
I hope that you will be free of this pain after returning home.
Just thinking about how many elemental life forms have turned into tumors of the Withering makes Paimon sad.
It's okay. As long as elemental power still exists, then we will still be around. An external form is but a gift of time. Through growth comes change, and even abandonment of previous forms. However, our true nature is not so easily affected.
It wouldn't have come to this if we were able to cure them earlier. But I will cure all of them. Even if it's just for the sake of the rainforest and all the life forms that live in it.
Thank you, Lord of Dendro. It was a wise choice for us to place our trust in you and wait.
Hold on. I think I got something. Oh, I see. Okay, I understand. Thank you so much. So, They found a fungus that matches the description I gave them. It's currently unconscious.
It must be in a similar situation as I was. We should hurry and go take a look.
Okay, follow me.
How far away is that? Oh, it's pretty damn far away. Got it. Okay. Let's go here. Alright, let's make our way over here.
We're close now. It's just a little further inside.
But there are so many fungi here. They're probably all ordinary fungi, right?
If we startle them, we won't be able to
Yeah,
fight.
they won't be happy to see us.
No fighting. These are all its family. Although we belong to different species, we've spent a long time living among the fungi. They are very important to us. They can be reasonable, as long as we try to communicate.
What should we do? You're the only one who can make it through, right? But you'll need Nahida's power if you want to save that fungus.
I've got an idea. Can you teach me how to change into a fungus?
You want to transform into a fungus? But we don't have time for growth.
Nahida is a god.
Yeah.
Fungus should be a piece of cake
Yeah,
for
she's
her.
literally an Archon.
Even gods can't bend the laws of time so easily.
Then we'll have to enter with the risk of being noticed. We may not be able to avoid a fight. But if spending some of my power will guarantee the safety of you and its family, then I'm willing to try.
All right. You have great elemental power, so you may be able to do it. You will have to use power equal to that which is required to break through the limitations of time. I will lend you the relevant knowledge that I have. It should make your transformation process a little easier.
Alright, I'm ready. Changing into a fungus should be quite an interesting experience.
Yeah.
Lord of Dendro, this is nothing to joke about. I am extremely serious about this.
As am I. I'm not joking at all.
Alright. Let's not get hung up here. If it's really possible to turn into a fungus, then why don't we give it a try now?
Okay. Good luck, Lord of Dendro.
Wow, you really turned into a fungus!
Wow, with minimal effort.
It's actually not too bad. My perspective in this form isn't much different from usual. The unconscious fungus is just below here. Can you all help me determine which one it is?
Oh, how do we do that?
Elemental power.
I'll get close to them while you make your way over from above. You should be able to identify them using elemental sight since they're elemental life forms. Then, all you have to do is repeat the correct answer in your mind. As long as I'm able to see you, then I'll be able to hear your answer.
Okay, got it.
Let me lure away the fungi up top and make way for you.
Alright, good luck, Nahida. Let's go, Traveler.
Okay. Interesting. So interesting.
There's a fungus on patrol in the center there. It looks pretty vigilant, so I'd better go around it.
I remember doing this.
Why is it reacting like that? Uh-oh, the fungus on patrol. No.
Whoops. Oh man. Alright, so we're gonna go left to send. Well, I thought this guy was gonna like shock me or something because I thought it was water or something.
There's a fungus on patrol in the center there. It looks...
was I supposed to guess that you could sing with the electric one?
It seems they didn't notice me. It seems that fungus won't be moving for the moment. I should hurry and make my way through. This is the spot. There are several fungi here. I'll hide and wait for the traveler to catch up. So this is the one. Understood.
Is this Anima one? You use your elemental power on the fungus. Seeing their companions regain consciousness. Okay.
Nahida? What's wrong?
I never knew that it was so tiring to change forms like that. I even used the techniques that it taught me. Seems like its warnings were not unfounded.
The power of time accumulates slowly and goes unnoticed. A great price is to be paid if you wish to perform drastic changes instantly. Thank you for everything you've done. All seems to have gone according to plan. Now, we simply wait for it to wake up.
Who are you? I apologize. Language is not easy. Need long time.
It's okay, I have good news. Let me explain it to you the fungi way.
The fungi way?
Apocalypse ended? Go home now?
Yes, unfortunately, I've forgotten where home is. I was hoping you still remembered.
I remember. Really? That's great! Home. Dendro Dragon.
Dendro Dragon.
Dendro Dragon. Ah, yes, the Dendro Dragon.
There's a Dendro Dragon?
I'm sorry, I just got so excited. I've probably never expressed such emotions before. But yes, our home is the Dendro Dragon.
I mean, I guess everybody
Wait
has
a
a
minute.
dragon.
Paimon's confused. Do you mean the Dendro Dragon as in an elemental dragon? Like Dvalin?
Yes, they're both dragons, but Apep, the Dendro Dragon, has been around for longer and has accumulated dense elemental power.
Of course.
But I don't quite understand. Why would you say that your homeland is a dragon?
Because we live inside the Dendro Dragon.
What?
The Dendro Dragon. Inside. Very big. Mountains. Water. Trees. Us.
There is an entire world inside the Dendro Dragon's body. The Dendro Dragon nurtured the earliest life forms and protected us inside of itself. It once told us in a majestic voice that once we finally matured, we'd be able to start life in a new world. However, that day never came.
Interesting.
Our homeland was the greatest place there ever was before the apocalypse arrived.
Paimon's still confused.
Interesting. So it's like Dendro slimes giving birth to other smaller
Yes,
slimes?
a very good example. It appears that you're much smarter than Paimon. The only difference is that the Dendro Dragon is much, much larger than any Dendro slime.
Wait, then if that's the case, doesn't that imply that Apep has also been contaminated by forbidden knowledge?
Yes, that is correct. What has suddenly
Oh,
made you
boy.
look so worried, Lord of Dendro? I haven't seen this expression on you before.
Apep is the most adaptable life form in the world. The forbidden knowledge should have become a part of its body a long time ago. Which means that if all the forbidden knowledge has been eliminated,
And a big void will also form inside the dragon.
I'm afraid so. Its body and soul have probably been in terrible shape for some time now. No wonder I haven't seen a pep for so long. But how did it get contaminated? Was it due to the destruction of King Deshret's civilization? But anyway, a pep disappeared and has been gone ever since that time. It's been enduring unimaginable pain all the while. It's probably in pain as we speak.
Yeah, so we're gonna have to save the dragon.
How could I have forgotten? If the Dendro Dragon fails to hang on, the elemental power inside it will no longer be able to maintain its form, and will all be dispersed. Dendro elemental power of that concentration will cause the rainforest to overgrow. Giant trees will completely block out the sun. Plants and humans will fight over oxygen. Sumeru will no longer be suitable for sustaining life.
Hold up. Plants don't use oxygen. Plants give oxygen.
Hey, what about the crystal? Why don't you show it to them and see if they know anything about it?
Yes, I'm sorry. You're right. We don't have time to panic. Have you two ever seen anything like this before?
No.
Its power feels very familiar. Like something from our homeland, but I don't know what it is. I'm sorry our memories aren't very reliable.
It's okay. I'll contact my helpers just as I did before and see if they can locate your other family members. I'm counting on you all. Your info is crucial to us now. Let's wait for their reply again, though I know waiting can feel unbearable at a time like this.
No, did they bring us food?
Thank you. Family bringing fruit.
Yeah.
I explained to them that you aren't hostile. After seeing you save it, its family is very grateful to you.
Go home. Leave. Hard decision. Don't know. They are weak. I worry. If waiting, then I hope.
Don't worry. I understand what you are trying to say. Family is very important to us. No matter when we were actually family. It has done a lot to protect this territory and can't help but worry now that it's about to leave. Can you do one last thing for it while we wait?
Of course. I can relate to how it's feeling. I need to organize my thoughts as well.
Thank you. Thank you. Tend. Joy.
Interesting.
Food. Don't like plant invasion.
There are two things that it wants you to do. One is to look after the land that the food is grown in, and the other is to drive away the plants that are trying to invade the area.
Soy. There. First. Seed. Here. Paimon understood that. No need to translate. We'll take care of it right away.
So I guess we're gonna have to fight like the corruption.
Here. Everyone hold hands.
I'll take that. The least they can do, right? Okay, let's go here. Alright.
Take it easy.
Let's go here. Right, said plant the seed. So let's go ahead and plant the seed. Water it.
We planted all the seeds. It's time to handle the invading plant life.
And then plant life is over here.
Take it easy.
Ah! Wildflowers! It wasn't kidding when it said plants were invading.
That's fine. Alright, boom.
Dance with the waves.
Let's pop this here.
Yeah.
Alright, that'll finish that off. Perfect.
should be all of them.
Feeling
That
better?
wasn't too tough.
Yeah, I've calmed down now. But it doesn't seem like there's too much we can do until we receive some new leads.
Can you tell us about the Dendro Dragon? We don't know anything about it. Who is it? And what does it have to do with King Deshret?
Well, the history of dragons starts from the very beginning of Teyvat. Sumeru was Apep's territory. In those days, the lush rainforest covered the entire nation.
Like I wish it did.
Oh, so there was no desert back then?
Not at first. That came when a giant spike fell from the sky, turning a huge section of the rainforest into sand. In an attempt to adapt to its new environment, Apep changed color from the emerald green of the forest to the yellow of the sand.
No wonder those two elemental life forms are always talking about the importance of adapting.
Apep has always seen itself as the master of Sumeru, and has refused to recognize the new order that was established. Even now, it probably still holds great hostility toward the gods. However, powerless against the power in the sky, and then the forbidden knowledge many millennia later, it's been unable to stir up any trouble.
Interesting. I thought the gods and dragons were on good terms.
Conflicts between the two sides are destined to continue until a balance can be found. As far as I know, Apep had been slumbering in the desert, and King Deshret had taken a great interest in it. Maybe this is why Apep
Well,
was contaminated.
I think Venti created the
I'm not
Valid
sure
though.
what may have led it to become involved, but rescuing it is definitely our top priority right now. The crystal that I have in my possession is probably the key that links the two matters together.
Interesting. Alright, let's go back. Alright.
Thank you, Lord of Dendro. Family happy. You really like them, don't you? Family. Like. Do you not like our family? That's not what Paimon meant. It's just that you guys aren't actually the same species.
Wow, Paimon.
Does that matter? Family likes me. I like family. Paimon doesn't quite understand.
What
Doesn't
it's
matter.
trying to say is that as long as family members get along well, then nothing else matters. You place importance on appearances, but we do not. We find the experiences, knowledge, and connections we've made to be more important. These are all things that are more reliable than mere external appearances. These are the fruits of time, and the essence of what it means to grow.
Oh, Paimon gets it now. Looks can always change, so what's inside of us is more important.
Yeah, what if my looks changed?
It wouldn't matter. Paimon would still be able to recognize you right away.
Understood. Thank you. Still nothing new from the forest. Seems like we won't be able to find your other family members for now. It appears we are out of leads to follow. And if no one knows how this crystal works, then Apep may be in danger.
Sorry.
It's okay. It isn't your fault. I don't think it's a coincidence that neither of you can remember anything about the crystal. Maybe it's because the crystal has a very close connection to forbidden knowledge, which causes memories of it to be unclear. And if that's the case, finding the other fungi still wouldn't help us at all.
The crystal and the apocalypse. The apocalypse and memories. Lord of Dendro, do you still remember the prophecy?
I do. What about it?
The prophecy is a story that connects events of the past and the future. A family member once said that the apocalypse is a part of us, and that there is value in preserving it. The rest of the family did not approve of its opinion at the time, so it left.
Preserving the apocalypse? Do you mean that there's still some that hasn't been eliminated?
That's not very likely. The power of Irminsul covers every inch of the land. Did the prophecy say where that family member went?
To the limitless depths east of Sumeru. A murky place that no one can return from.
The chasm.
Yeah, that must be the chasm, right? But what is it doing there? It's impossible to preserve forbidden knowledge, but what if it can be converted to a different form? I'm sorry if I'm suddenly not making any sense. However, I do think it's possible. Follow me. I'll explain it once we find that elemental life form.
Interesting. So are we going to the chasm? You are unable to reach the destination. Please compete. Wait, what? Hold on. Story quests. Into the deepest part of the chasm. But I did that though. I finished the chasm. Unless it was saying I had to just go to the chasm. You know, if that's the case, then alright, then that's whatever. So we go to the chasm. Unless there's another quest that's going on in the chasm, but I don't think so. I don't think there's anywhere. Yeah, no. I think you just said I had to go to the chasm.
So that elemental life form came all the way here on its own and spent a long time by itself? Wouldn't it already have become the Withering like the others? There is a chance that it could avoid that end, using the power of something here. I'm referring to what was used to fight against the Abyss. It once repaired the rifts of Teyvat long ago. It has the ability to purify and stabilize powers that shouldn't exist in Teyvat. Forbidden knowledge that its light has shone upon is kept here forever in a different form.
The oozing filth?
Yep. It's just like soap bubbles that rise to the water surface. Another strange metaphor. But Paimon somehow gets this one.
What the Lord of Dendro means is that the apocalypse was altered by the power of the giant spike and hidden within the oozing filth.
Yes, and it shouldn't be far from here. Let's go and take a look.
Interesting.
Take it easy.
Ironically, we met Yelan here. Alright. Okay.
Look! It's over there! Looks like we'll have to clear out the oozing filth in this area. You two should be able to take
Oh my god, I forgot I have to use the, Oh my god, what is it? Isn't it this?
Yep! We know what to do! We'll just
Yep.
use the lumen stone on the oozing concretion!
Yep. Man, I totally forgot about that. Very interesting way to make us go back to an area that I think was super underutilized.
Busted.
Oh, we finally managed to rescue it!
Because technically we're in Leeway.
Should be the life form from the prophecy.
I guess technically we're in the chasm, but...
That light! Wait. Something dark is coming out. Something's not right!
I went back up.
What's going on? Didn't Nahida say it was purified?
Maybe it's because such a long amount of time has passed. Although the power of the oozing filth is more stable than that of the apocalypse, it is still a form of dangerous power. It might have lost its mind after being soaked in it for such a long time.
Oh no! But we still have tons of questions we need to ask! I should be able to purge it with my elemental power.
This is definitely connected to forbidden
But
knowledge.
this is our only chance.
I said no and I mean it. We can't go through that again.
Traveler!
I'm sorry, I got a little anxious.
It's okay. I trust your judgment. I was being a little hasty myself. Let's see if we can think of another way.
Oh, what about the crystal?
Oh, yeah! You said that the elemental power in the crystal was identical to theirs.
You want to use its power, but
The Lord of Dendro seems hesitant. I too would advise caution. It's risky to use its power without fully understanding its intended use.
Don't understand. This no good, that no good. Save lives. Important.
Yep.
Yes, I understand, but this is our only chance to return home. We cannot afford to be careless.
it's okay. There's no need to argue. I'll think of something to do about the elemental power that will be used. How about this? Traveler, you could try using it. I understand that you have an amazing resistance to forbidden knowledge.
Yeah, let's try it.
Don't overdo it, Traveler. Paimon will be worried.
What's up, bud?
Lord of Dendro, and you others. How long have I been waiting here?
Yay! Looks like it worked!
Lord of Dendro, here in person. Does that mean the apocalypse has come to an end? Wait, did you get smaller again?
I'm sorry. That portion of my memory is highly unreliable at the moment. I can't seem to remember who you are.
Sounds about right.
That sounds about right. After all, the purpose of my existence is precisely for those unreliable memories you speak of. You once said that the apocalypse will be completely eradicated, and that relevant memories will become unstable. Even you couldn't promise that you'd remember our agreement after those events take place. However, you are definitely someone who stays true to your word. My sacrifice is nothing compared to your resolve.
You and I made the agreement?
Yes, you used your power to protect me. That is the reason why I was able to survive here.
Aww.
To be honest, I'm nearing my end. I had thought I'd be stronger than this.
No one can withstand the power of the apocalypse.
In order to preserve a somewhat stable memory, I had to change the power of the apocalypse into a different form. Only the giant spike that fell from the sky was capable of doing something like that. But the moment I chose to go through with it is the moment I lost my chance of being rescued by the Lord of Dendro. But enough about me. Lord of Dendro, let's get to the important matter at hand. As you can see, I won't last much longer.
I understand, and I'm sorry, but can you please tell me what this is?
This is a fire seed. It's an essential item for saving the Dendro Dragon. Thankfully, it appears to be in good condition. The Lord of Dendro and our people created this item together. It mimics how the Dendro Dragon's heart of Oasis operates. The Dendro Dragon has been tormented by the apocalypse for far too long. It too is nearing the end of its power. However, if you are able to reactivate its heart of Oasis using the fire seed, then the Dendro Dragon will begin to recover. And as a result, our homeland will return to the way it once was.
Oh, so the heart of Oasis is a pep source of power.
No wonder the crystal was able to heal this fungus just now.
Interesting.
That's what it's used for.
What? You used the fire seed to save me?
Why? What's wrong?
That's... never mind. It's not your fault. You didn't know. The fire seed contains a high concentration of elemental power inside of it. It's very powerful, yet fragile at the same time. It is not stable in its current form. To prevent any accidents, please don't use it again.
Since I am its creator, I will take responsibility for it. I assure you there's no need to worry.
Alright. Aside from being able to heal the Dendro Dragon, the Fire Seed can also resonate with the heart of Oasis. In other words, you'll be able to find the Dendro Dragon by following the guidance of the Fire Seed. But you should hurry. There is little time to waste.
What about you?
Forget about me. You should hurry home now.
Everyone is returning home, including you.
As I told you, I've already lost my chance to be saved by the Lord of Dendro. Lord of Dendro, I thank you for coming to find me, and for being willing to save the Dendro Dragon. Our past has been saved, and our future has been ensured. It's enough for me, just knowing that they will return home.
Hey, wait!
Oh, damn.
Turned into oozing filth.
Can you use the Lumen Stone once more? I can still feel its elemental power. Please, of all of us, it deserves the chance to return home the most.
You got it.
This is a small ball of light that it left behind.
I can feel it. I can feel its knowledge and emotions. It has all returned to its original elemental form and is becoming one with the other family members. Do not be sad, my friends. Its wish has come true, and it's very happy right now.
Because its external form doesn't matter, right?
Yes, because our external form does not matter, and our home has been saved. There is nothing more important than being together with family.
Let's go!
Home.
Okay, so this is back in Sumeru. What shape does this self hold? I feel like we're gonna have to fight this dragon. Or like the corruption inside the dragon or something. So, I wish I could Devala in.
It's not much further. Follow me. We're close now.
Alright.
Take it easy.
It's deeper into the sandstorm. Alright. Let's head on over to the sandstorm here.
I can feel its power lingering and shifting around us. Sometimes it feels distant, but other times it seems close. This is its way of warning us. It has already noticed our presence.
Alright. Let's go over here. Okay.
We won't be able to see anything if we keep going that way. Hey, look! Something's over there!
Oh, shit.
We found it. A pep, the Dendro Dragon. Paimon knew it would be big, but not that big.
Oh boy.
Puny god, puny human, leave my domain. Frail life forms like you cannot survive in the endless sands of the desert.
A pep, we're here to save you.
I do not need saving, especially not by you, Brewer. You are no different from Amun. Both of you have only existed for a fraction of what you know as time. Yet you call yourselves lords of this land by leaning on the heavens' glow. You're better off paying attention to your path ahead, as you will fall where you've fallen before.
I know that you hate both gods and humans, but you've grown too weak now. Can't you let go of your hatred, even for only a moment?
Let go. For only a moment. Foolish boor. You will find no gratefulness from me, even if you heal me. You will only be reviving the dragon that will destroy Sumeru and the 7 nations.
No, you're ill, that's all.
That I am. Time will bring death to all. It's unavoidable. Although I am gravely ill, my mind remains clear. I am different from the ancient dragons that came to terms with you.
There's no need for this. There's no point in fighting. What we need is the truth.
The truth. The shackles that the God of Wisdom cannot escape from. I have paid dearly for the truth, and you shall do the same soon enough.
Hey, don't leave! Careful, something's coming. Ah, what is that? Paimon's never seen death before.
It's our family.
Huh? They're your family too? But they don't look anything like
Not considering the
fungi.
desert.
External form not important. Inner nature say.
The composition of their elemental power is identical to ours. In other words, they're residents of our homeland.
Is this what they've become after experiencing the apocalypse?
This is also a form of adaptation, although a most gruesome and pitiful one. Many of our family members never made it out of the Dendro Dragon. They've gradually taken this form in order to survive the apocalypse.
Is there any way to avoid fighting them? Hey! Can you guys talk? We're here to rescue you!
Don't
They've
respond.
given it their all just to survive.
They're being drawn by the fire seed. Only its power can temporarily free them from their pain. All that remains are the instincts to survive and search for energy needed to do so. Everything else has been discarded in the process of adaptation.
So this is the
Interesting.
result of
What's up, Frame?
forbidden
How are ya?
knowledge. Would our world become the same if forbidden knowledge was allowed to rampage across Teyvat?
How you doing today?
Like fish struggling on land, unable to find a single puddle of fresh water in the entire world.
Interesting. Let's deal with them first.
Yes, but please try to be gentle with them. They are not evil in nature. All they want to do is survive.
Just woke up. What time is it over there?
Hey! Here!
Quietly now.
Is it like early or is it like middle of the day?
Paimon thinks they used up all their strength. They
Ah.
don't seem aggressive anymore.
Oh, you're like 13 hours away.
To go home.
It's like nighttime here.
Yes, it was never their intention to leave the Dendro Dragon.
Is there a way to make them revert to their elemental form? Years of torment is what turned them into their current state. Their external form has become their shackles. It seems only the fire seed or a Pep's Heart of Oasis can save them. But it'll be risky if we use the fire seed again.
Correct. We cannot use the fire seed again.
Everyone goes home. Not just us.
This is becoming quite the dilemma.
It's going pretty well.
Let me think for a second. It's fine. Let's use the power of the fire seed. I can't bear leaving them in the desert like this.
They just told us to not use the power of the fire seed. I totally skipped like all the key quests for like a good amount of time, so I have to go back and do them now. Because it's been a while since I had time to do them.
Don't worry, the decision is on me. I'll take responsibility for whatever happens.
God damn it, Nahida.
It won't require much elemental power. I'm just worried that it'll become unstable. But as long as I use my elemental power to stabilize it a little, it shouldn't be a problem.
Oh boy.
Thank you. Sorry. Stubborn.
Adorable. This little one's
Thank
adorable.
you, Lord of Dendro.
Returning home is the most important thing to you. I've come to understand that during our travels.
That music does not make me feel good.
I'm not doing this just to protect you, but also because I hope to use you and your experience and try speaking to a pep again. After all, that giant dendro dragon is also your family. Maybe it would listen.
I will stand with you, Lord of Dendro. I will never forget your kindness.
Yes! Thank you. Alright, here it goes.
You haven't done key quests either?
We will all be able to go home soon.
I know, that's what I said. I was like, I need to do this quest. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to dedicate the next few streams to kind of get this done.
Whoa, it's shining now.
Oh, it's getting bigger.
Endless amounts of knowledge and emotions are moving inside of me. They're all very excited. To imagine such growth could be achieved in such a short period of time.
It's because you're carrying everyone's hopes and dreams.
Yes, finally, we can go home.
This is the last
Yoimiya.
part. Let's go.
Did I even do Yoimiya's second quest? Hold on, now you have me guessing. I don't think I did Yoimiya's second quest. No, I have Yoimiya's second quest. I never cashed in the key though. I never unlocked it. So there has to be something. There has to be some overlap there. I never unlocked it. So straight up. I did the first one and then I just never unlocked the second one. I am so behind. That happened to me with Miko's. I had like Miko was blocking something.
Take it easy.
All right, let's go. Let's run on over there.
Take it easy.
I mean, like, so I've been
Take it
playing
easy.
Genshin every single day since release, but I haven't been doing the quest every day just because I got sidetracked with other projects and life and stuff. So now that like life has settled down a bit, I can start kind of getting back into Genshin, but it's just been so long. Good. Oh, nice. I'm glad. Yeah, I've been AR60 for about like a year and a half or something. So like, I'm glad you're enjoying it.
Gotcha.
Listen, it's a pretty good game. I like it. I mean,
Committed to memory.
it's
Quietly now.
Positions.
I kind of wish there was more difficult things to do. Oh yeah, I've literally played every single day since launch. Like, me and my girlfriend have played every single day since launch. Like,
I see everything.
so, but like I said, we played every day, but we didn't do the quest every day. So we're kind of like a little behind now. And like I said, like, you know, we were working on like Genshin cosplays and cons and stuff, so we just have been so far behind.
Mind the side effects.
But now I think we can start getting back into stuff. So I'm very excited to be back and kind of doing some of this stuff here. All right. We also like stream like a bunch of other stuff. Like the channel's not solely Genshin, even though it's mostly Genshin. So when we did like other games, like we got so sidetracked, we just never was able to get back on track. So, because like there was a point where in Genshin that we were all caught up,
Quiet.
so there was like nothing to stream, you know?
The Temple of Wisdom.
Because when you play like on release, like, you know, you catch up to the quest very quickly. So we were like, all right, I gotta take like a break from doing the quest because there's nothing to stream. Like, what am I gonna stream? Like, just killing hella trolls, you know? But now I've left it going for too long that now I'm like, I'm behind.
This cave is huge. Could this be where the Dendro Dragon lives?
We can't go any farther.
Yeah. Who knows what's inside that cave? Our goal is not only to find the dragon, but to also enter the world inside of it. That will be impossible if we can't get it to cooperate with us.
But how are we gonna do that? It doesn't seem to want to help at all.
I'll see what I can do. Pep, I know we don't see eye to eye, and that we have a very different understanding of the world and its orders. However, we are both born of elemental power, and both suffered the torment of forbidden knowledge. We are not that different. And right now, we share a common enemy. We should not let our differences get in the way.
Wonder if the Dendro Dragon's even willing to listen.
I don't care about what you believe in, who you hate, or what you've done in the name of hatred. Nor do I expect you to be grateful. I'm here to save both you and your people. My people. They've been searching for a way to save you ever since they left their homeland. They yearn for a chance to return home. And now that everything is over, all the hatred that you harbor has lost its meaning. Rather than continuing to fight, you should consider the life you've produced.
No response.
Your eagerness to survive means that you haven't given up on that world yet. If you claim to know so much more than I, then why don't you truly think about why you want to survive? And why you're so vengeful?
Still no good. Grab on to me.
Everyone's safe.
Oh boy.
And send us to the homeland.
I saved his top 1% builds and stuff. Yeah, on the Hoyoverse, yeah, I post a lot of the builds and stuff.
Nahida, where are we? Huh? And what about the Traveler? Where'd he go?
I was only able to ensure that we made it here safely. It's possible we arrived at different locations.
Well, then let's go have a look up ahead. Paimon's feeling really worried.
Yep, let's go. I wouldn't worry too much. The Traveler's no pushover.
Paimon knows that. It's just that Paimon isn't used to not having the Traveler around. Let's hurry. He might be just up ahead.
Interesting. I just like helping people. It's not a big deal. Like, I just like posting. I just like discussing about builds and stuff too, because you meet some really interesting people with some really wacky builds, like, which honestly, like, any build can work for almost anything, really. Yeah, might not be ideal, but it works.
The heart of Oasis. All we need to do is light it with the fire seed, and it'll restore a pep with elemental power.
I think you're giving me way too much credit.
Internally will also slowly begin to heal.
Then let's hurry and light it. We still need to find the Traveler.
You're giving me way too much credit.
All right, hang on.
Wait, the fire seed. What happened?
It shattered. It was even more unstable than I expected.
Well, you used it like a bunch of times.
Why? We barely used it.
He told you not to use it.
I'm not sure. Perhaps the fire seed was only capable of protecting one person? But if I didn't use its power on everyone, there's no way of knowing where you could have been sucked into. And even if that's the case, there's no reason for it to simply shatter, unless...
Unless what?
Unless I was already in a weakened state when I created this fire seed, which would be when we had first saved the desert.
Oh no. Wait, let's put that aside for a moment. If the fire seed has shattered, wouldn't that mean we came all this way for nothing? Oh. Do you know what we should do now, Nahida? Oh, come on, Paimon, think!
Don't worry, Paimon. This is my responsibility. The fire seed is technically just a ball of highly concentrated elemental power, Although my elemental power is slightly different than that of elemental life forms, I gained a better understanding of it when I turned into a fungus. So
Interesting.
all I have to do is imitate that power, while adding some of my own. And I'll be able to do what the fire seed was supposed to.
You're gonna become the fire seed?
Yes,
Interesting.
it'll take a lot of power from me, but it still won't be anything compared to when I was in the desert. I might, however, become even smaller.
What happens if you keep getting smaller?
I'll become a blade of grass or a twig. Basically, I'll return to how I was first born. I will be able to unleash power beyond my limits if I can reverse the process of growth.
But you'll lose everything. You'll not only lose your appearance, but you'll lose your emotions, memories, and who knows what else?
That's all right. None of that matters compared to the dangers that the Pep is facing right now.
No, wait! There has to be another way. Besides, what will Sumeru do if you turn into a twig?
I mean, that's a good point.
Maybe you and the Traveler can plant me in the soil of Sumeru once it is all over. I can still communicate with the world through the forest. It's just that you won't be able to see me for some time.
You can't be serious. If the Traveler were here, he definitely wouldn't let you go through with it. If we knew this was how you were going to take responsibility, then we never would have agreed in the first place.
I'm sorry, Paimon, but we're out of options. Not all eagles who have fallen to the ground can soar in the sky once again. But if no risks are taken, then the eagle will be grounded forever.
Do you think you'll ever do a panel like at a con? Fun story about that. I went to a Genshin panel at the last con I went to like 2 weeks ago, and the person never showed up. They were supposed to do an artifact like thing, like breaking down artifacts and stuff, and I was like, I'm curious to see like how much this person actually knows. They straight up never showed up. And then I went to a history of Genshin panel, and it was atrocious. It was definitely not long enough to do anything, but like all they did was just talk about the regions. That's it. Like a very 5-minute overview of all the regions. And I was like, that's not the history of Teyvat. Like, what's my favorite region? All right, I'm a say Fontaine, and I know. Okay, we'll save. It's like the new girl on the block. Like I get that. Like it's shiny. It's new. I genuinely love Fontaine. I love like the mecha style of it, like the steampunk kind of style of it. I'm just a sucker for steampunk kind of stuff. I like Hydra to begin with, but like that's not even the point. Like I like the underwater stuff is pretty cool. I think the underwater stuff is actually completely gorgeous. I don't care much for the battle mechanics in the water. I think it's fine, but Fontaine is interesting how they have it set up. How it's like water and Fontaine and Leeway. I liked Fontaine a lot. My least favorite, Sumeru. I said this I think last stream too. I hate Sumeru. I actually dislike Sumeru a lot. My second favorite, honestly, it would probably be a tie between Inazuma and honestly Mondstadt. Leeway, okay, so the only reason I don't have Leeway very high on my list is because I really hate climbing mountains. Like, it's fine when you have all the waypoints, but when you first start off in Leeway and you have to climb like all the bajillion of mountains, like it's hard. Like it's hard when you play Sumeru and Fontaine, like, and you get like the grappling hooks and you're like slinging by, and like Inazuma, same thing, right? Like you turn to like the electrical ball, and then it's like you get to like Leeway, and I know Leeway's like one of the first stations that came out. Like climbing the mountains was so annoying. I've learned to love Leeway over time. Inazuma I liked a lot. The The islands thing kind of annoys me. Like, I hate how I have to, like, going to each island was always kind of irritating. Yeah, I agree. I agree with you 100%. I think it was a huge bummer for me too. I agree. I still think though, I'll never forget when Inazuma came out, because that was like our first new land. I was amazed by just how gorgeous Inazuma is. Inazuma is beautiful. Like, and I think that's why Inazuma is so high on my list, because I just think Inazuma is gorgeous. Every island, except for like maybe like the first three, like, just feels so different, and it's so good. Like Watasumi Island looks great. Enkanomiya is so good. I actually don't like Enkanomiya. I hate the night and day phase thing. I know it's not a big deal. There's something about Enkanomiya I don't like. And I think the only reason why I don't like Enkanomiya is because there was an event that came out, and it was essentially Enkanomiya, and then they like took it away, and then you got Enkanomiya. And I was like, I just did this. Like, why am I doing this twice? And okay, yeah, well, one's the event, one was the story, but they're completely different things. I get that. But, like, you were given Enkanomiya as an event. It was like an event map. And then they took it away. And then you got Enkanomiya. Lore-wise is super important. Like, it's insanely important in Enkanomiya. Like, Enkanomiya is disgustingly important. And I do like how it looks a little bit. The night and day thing is kind of annoying sometimes, especially if you're trying to figure out a puzzle and you're like, oh, I know the answer, and it's like, oh wait, no, it's daytime, and then you have to like find like a stone to switch it. Like, it's not a big deal. It's just like, it's fine. I really hate sumeru though, to answer your question, Johnny. And I don't know if you were here on the last stream. I went on a whole like 20-minute rant about how much I hate sumeru.
Please, no, Nahida! The fire seed shattered, and she's...
I know. A sacrifice must be made, but not by the Lord of Dendro. We've all grown on this long journey. If the purpose of that growth was to return home, then our wishes have come true. Would you lend us your power?
You knew it would come to this. All the knowledge, language, and emotions that you have learned will be reverted into pure elemental energy. In your new homeland, nothing of who you were will remain. You won't be remembered by anyone. Is that truly the return you've always dreamed of?
Lord of Dendro, don't be sad. This is not your home. We go home. Lord of Dendro should also go home.
Hear us, please. Feel our heartfelt desires. Awaken!
That was so sad! I never thought I'd be sad over a damn fungi.
To imagine such growth being achieved
It's because you're carrying everyone's hopes and dreams.
Why do I hate sumeru so much? I hate the desert. I agree. Sumeru City, though, the Sumeru story, very solid. I'll agree with that.
Mindless, thank you for protecting me with your elemental power.
All right. Here.
We may never meet again.
All right. Let's go here.
I will wait for her no matter how long it takes. This is the agreement we made.
Interesting. This is very interesting. Okay.
Busted. Here comes the catch.
Perfect. All right, let's go here.
I see everything.
Pop this here.
All eyes on me.
Let's go here.
Taking a turn for the better.
All
Mindless.
right. Let's go here.
Get dicey.
Okay.
Everyone hold hands. Positions.
Boom, boom, boom.
Grow, grow, grow.
All
Make
right.
yourselves at home.
Let's pop this here.
Gotcha.
I don't know if I'm being timed or not, so I'm trying to do this as fast as I can. Does Nilu's thing trigger blooms? The circle? So her... I forgot to do this. So unleashes a whirling water wheel that deals AoE that creates tranquility aura that allows your active characters around it applies wet. So no, it doesn't. But her skill, what it does is that the cores. So at the completion of the third step will grant all characters blah 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 blah. So characters under the effect of the third step will increase elemental mastery. Also triggering the bloom reaction will create bountiful cores. So like she herself can trigger, like the team itself can trigger cores. Because she creates cores that, such cores will burst very quickly after being created and they will have larger AoEs. Bountiful cores cannot trigger blah 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 blah. Bountiful core damage is considered damage dealt by Dendro cores produced by Bloom. So, yeah, so Nilu changes how Bloom works. So it just kind of explodes. Because you can't have more than a certain amount of cores, I think, right? Yeah, so such cores will burst very quickly after being created, and they have larger AoE. So that's just how it works. I like how we upped her thing, like, mid-fight. Alright.
I learned a wonderful word. It's new, which means
Alright. So... let's go here. Alright.
Share my knowledge.
Wow.
Committed to memory.
Oh, it's so much fun. And the fact that Yelan does so much damage, like...
Dance with the waves.
A bitter pill to swallow.
Game's up. Fun's over.
Mish. Easy. Whew! Oh, it's one of my favorite teams.
Hey, can you hear Paimon? Say something.
One of my favorite. This is probably one of my favorite teams. And Aggravate. The Hida team's very good. I like my Ayaka team, and I love my Ganyu team. A lot of numbers. Yeah. It's fun. Yeah, you'll definitely get a lot of numbers, but you need Nilou. There's no way around it but without a Nilou. Like, Nilou is the only reason why that team works. Like, she is the hands down the most important piece. After that, you can use a bunch of other people to figure it out.
You fungi said that your form didn't matter, right? And let us know that you're alright.
That's enough, Paimon.
Their knowledge, memories,
Props to you
and
for using
emotions
Child.
have been reverted to elemental power and released. They are no longer able to respond to you. The guardians that have accompanied me for countless eras have also transformed into my elemental power, just as they did. They will be born once again now that they're one. There's nothing to be sad about.
But that's different! They won't ever be the same. Paimon, we will never understand it, and it will never understand us. That's how it's destined to be. But as long as you can be healthy again, then nothing else matters to me, Apep. Sumeru will be free from threat as long as your health is maintained.
I thought that my rage would be kindled once my power returned to me. However, what I feel now is a feeling that has long eluded me. The feeling of peace.
The forbidden knowledge influenced you ever since you were contaminated, greatly amplifying your hatred and rage.
Yes, there's no denying that. Although my hatred for that usurper from beyond the heavens still stirs deep within me, destroying you and your people serves me no purpose. Be that as it may, my position still stands, and I will have nothing to do with you. When you inevitably perish due to your ever-expanding curiosity, I will still sneer and mock you in my heart.
Heesh! Who could put up with you?
Seriously,
I
what is
respect your
dick?
decision, and with time, I will prove to you that we will not repeat our mistakes. Before you begin resting, there is one last thing I would like to know. How did you become affected by forbidden knowledge?
It's a long story. We all once believed in the distant past that only forbidden knowledge could give us enough power to defeat the heavenly principles. The Dragon King acquired the power of darkness from outside of this world, and led us in a fight against the order established by the outsiders.
Dragon King?
An unimaginable war took place into that, causing destruction on an unprecedented scale. The world itself was on the verge of collapse. In war, the victor would inherit the right to shape the world, while the losers must turn into ash. But I didn't give up on searching for a way to turn the tides, even after the death of the Dragon King. As I attempted to collect more forbidden knowledge from the corners of the world, as it was on the verge of collapse, I was stopped by the giant spike that fell from the sky. Sand dunes arose where there was only forest, and it was as if even Sumeru itself was trying to tell me that the era of the dragons was over.
But you still didn't give up, did you? Because of Amun Al-Ahmar.
Yes. Al-Ahmar eventually obtained this power with the help of Nabu Malikata.
Interesting.
His ambitions continued to grow, and he planned to establish a powerful kingdom in my domain. Although I didn't think much of him, I allowed his actions under one condition. The condition was that after his death, all the knowledge he came to accumulate would belong to me. At that time, I still harbored deep regrets. By the time the Dragon King finally returned, the world had irrevocably changed. Some of the dragons have grown close to your kind, and have forgotten all about our hatred from when the world was taken from us. And some died, leaving behind nothing but their bones. While others chose to flee after experiencing pain and agony.
Am I missing characters? I'll show you after
But for
cutscene.
me, the scales and will of the Dragon King still shine bright in my heart, even to this day. I will follow it until the end of my time.
You really are insane.
When Alakmar's proud kingdom collapsed, I swallowed him whole as I agreed, and absorbed his elemental power. However, what I gained was no benefit. No. I gained the apocalypse. I used up all my strength just trying to keep the pain under control. I had no energy to analyze the knowledge he had accumulated. But even then, I still believe that his insanity was far greater than that of my own.
So that's how the apocalypse started.
I admit that I
Interesting.
fell for his trap. I was like a final failsafe in his plan. Tiny Boer, and the rest of you, continue forward. I shall keep a watchful eye. How far will a life so dear and precious to the heavenly principles be able to go? I wonder.
Interesting. Well, now we unlock this, I think it's a weekly boss, right? I think so. I am missing Dia. Yeah, I skipped the battle 'cause she was going to standard, so there was no point.
Hey, looks like we've been sent back out. Still in one piece, too. The dragon will need to rest for a very long time before it is fully healthy again. It's not as ruthless as it was before. Curing the dragon of its illness has seemingly made it more open to reason.
Nobody's in a good mood when they're feeling sick. Even though we
Amen.
accomplished something really important, Paimon still doesn't feel happy for some reason.
Probably bringing everyone home was supposed to be a happy occasion, but it lost some of its
Indeed.
meaning.
Although they'll still have the chance to be born again, they've lost their memories of their journey and their feelings for their homeland. Each opportunity for growth is unique in its own way. Perhaps the immense power we released was the pouring out of all these irreplaceable emotions that had built up over time.
Can you really call a place with no family your home?
Family. Right! The hydrofungus left behind its family. Those two fungi might be waiting for it to return.
Oh yeah! Let's hurry and go take a look! How are we going to explain all the complicated things that happened?
I know I'm missing... I think out of the females, I think I'm missing Yoimiya. That's it. I mean, and Dia, but Dia's standard better. I don't count standard better. I think we are... is there a way to... Isn't there a way to show also like who I don't have? I don't remember if there's a way to show how if I don't have something. I could have swore there was. Oh, I think it's actually under character. Isn't it? No, it's not. I know I'm missing a character archive. That's what I'm looking for. Yeah, so I didn't pull for him because he's on the current banner right now, and I'm terrified of like messing up and pulling like Zhongli or something. So Karara. Oh, I'm missing Karara. I forgot. Yeah, I did not. I had bad luck in Karara. So Dia, Wanderer, Yoimiya, Kazuha, Albedo. That's it. So close. So for minutes, whatever. He's forced. I don't care. I don't count the 4 stars. Like, you'll get them eventually. But Dia, Wanderer, Yoimiya, and Kazuha, and Albedo. Ironically, because I literally cosplayed as Albedo, but I don't have Albedo. No, but I have a C6 Mona. Can't pull Dia, but I can get a C6 Mona.
You're still here!
Stupid.
Have they really been waiting here all this time? We're back. I'm sorry. I really am. But it's gone home and won't be able to return for a very long time.
I pulled Mona 8 times. I pulled 1 to get her, the 6 for the constellations, and then I pulled her 1 time after the constellations. I was so angry. I was like, you couldn't have given me anybody else. Anybody else. Preferably Dia, but anybody else. No. 8 times I pulled Mona. 8 times!
Don't be sad. It did it to protect you. Your happiness is more important to it than anything else in the world.
I think my second day playing the game, I pulled Mona back to back because I pulled her on the regular banner and then I pulled her immediately in the event banner. So I think like day 2 of this game coming out, I had C1 Mona. It was terrible.
The most important family member. That's your name, isn't it? This is wonderful. So it has left traces of itself after all. They will definitely meet again. Someday.
Is that it? We are done. Alright, thank God. Yeah. We pulled... It's so funny. You know what's funny though? Mona's really good. Like, she's really good. Like, she's pretty damn good. Skyward Atlas. She's pretty good. You consider yourself pretty lucky? I mean, I think I have decent luck. We have a C1 Ganyu. And we've never spent money. This is 100% a free-to-play account. 100% free-to-play. Never spent a dime. All the skins that we have in the game were given to us by MiHoYo itself. Or HoYoverse or whatever. So, like, the Klee skin that we have, we never paid for. HoYo hooked us up. So I've never spent a dime on this game. But yeah, I forgot that she has lost prior to the Sacred Winds. I think I have every skin except for the Yelan Jean in the same temple. Ooh, that's good. That is solid. Yo, Jean's pretty decent too. I use Jean in the Abyss. C1 Jean. Yelan's good. Yelan's very good. I didn't know I didn't have her... Oh, I don't even have her weapon to... Really? Oh, because I need these things. Right. That makes sense. I use Jean in the Abyss, yeah. I use Mona in the Abyss, too. My team for the Abyss is this Dendro team. Except for floor 12, because right now there's a water fight. Or actually, well, the last cycle of the Abyss. So on floor 12 of the Abyss, there's a water guy. So we switched this team out for the electric team, which I use Yai Miko and Kaching. And then the other team is Ayaka, Shinha, Jean, Mona. Or I'll switch it and put, like, maybe Kokomi, depending on... I always change it depending on the buff, to make sure to try to get as close to the 9-star, or get 9 stars in 12 as you can. So it really just kind of depends on, like, you know. Hey man, you'll get there. You'll get there. You'll get there. I remember like the first time I cleared 12, I was so excited. You get like a little special message too. It's very exciting. It's like you've reached the bottom of the abyss. I forgot what it says. It's something like that. It's very cool. So, and you get an achievement too for it. So, well, anyways, guys, thank you guys so much for watching this Act 2 of the Nahida quest. I think actually, so now is this dungeon open to us? It is. Oh, actually, before we end, I have to do my dailies anyway, so we can keep talking for a little bit. I remember the first time I cleared 11, I was so stoked. So stoked. And then I got destroyed. 12 is hard. 12 is hard. 12 is rough sometimes because it's not even clearing it. It's clearing it in the time. That's what I always found to be the hard part of like I always thought that was the real oh my god. I always thought that was the hard part of 12. Because I can clear 12. I've cleared 12.
A turn for the better.
But trying to get it within trying to get it within like 3 minutes is hard. Because you have to kill like 2 level 100 bosses or something? Like I want to switch teams a little bit. I've been playing with this team a lot lately.
What are my orders?
And I pulled this constellation by accident. I was trying to pull, there was a 4-star that I didn't own, and I was like at 0 pity, and like 7 in, I pulled Ganyu again. And I won the 50-50. I was not guaranteed the 50-50. I was trying to pull, I forgot who it was. It was some 4-star, and that I didn't own, and I accidentally pulled Ganyu, and I was like, oh my god. I mean, it's decent luck, don't get me wrong. It was just like, really?
Written in the stars. By ordinance.
Yeah, I pulled Ganyu literally like 100% by accident. Like, was not going for it at all. I just wanted the 4-star. I think I ended up not even getting the 4-star. Like, I don't even remember. Who was it? I think it was like Toma or something. Like, it was like someone was new on the banner. And I was like, you know what? I really want... Like, I was like, I really want, this character, and I'm at 0 pity. Like, what are the odds of me actually, you know, getting it, right? So I was like, okay. Best case scenario, I lose the 50-50, so I'm guaranteed the, Alright, so done. You know, I'll be guaranteed for the next one. That was my whole mindset. And literally it was like 7 in and instantly got Ganyu. I was like, oh my god. I mean, don't get me wrong. Our Ganyu is built. Like, she has Ammo's bow. Like, she's Constellation. She's 10 across the board with an Ammo's bow and like 230 crit damage. Like, but it was just like, you gotta be kidding me. I was like, knowing my luck now, I won't pull the 5-star afterwards, and I don't think I did, because I think it was like Yoimiya or something afterwards, and I did not pull her, and I was very sad about that. So hopefully the 2 new characters that are coming out, I don't really care for. Nervalette is interesting, but I don't care about the other guy at all. Like, he's like a cop or something. I don't know. We haven't met him yet. I'm just not interested at all. Like, yeah, I don't like them either. Nervalette's kind of cool from a story perspective, but I'm not. I want the Archon. Like, it's in full bloom. I finally decided. Do you hope that the roses? Yeah. I mean, like, how many Primogems do we have? We have 11,000 Primogems with 8 pulls. So, like, we have a lot of pulls. Like, there's no reason to not pull. Like, how deep am I into this? I'm at 0, right? Lenny. Okay, yeah, so alright, chat. I'll pull once. I'll pull once because I do want Novelette. I mean, not Novelette. I do want this, like, you know, Aqua Boy. Yeah, I think you get 20. Alright, I'm gonna pull till I get a purple. I'm gonna pull till I get a purple. I'll pull till I get a purple. And hopefully it's just him. If it's him, I'll be happy. Alright. Okay. Okay, I feel good. I feel good. No! Oh, man, it's okay. It's not meant to be. It's not meant to be. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Nope, I'm calling it quits there. I'm calling it quits there. Nope, I'm calling it quits there. Nope, I've learned my lesson. It's all good. I mean, he's a 4-star. He's gonna pop up again. Like, it's not a big deal. It's the same thing with Carrara. Like, I really wanted Carrara, but I was like, I'm not gonna pull hard on a banner of a character that I had. I think it was like the Sino banner or something. And I was like, I'm not gonna pull on the Sino banner when I have Sino. Like, I'm not doing that. So.
Next on the agenda.
And then I also need to do. Well, you know what I need to do? Let me go back to Mondstadt real quick. And then I'm gonna go here. But let's do our event, our ley lines, and then we'll end it there for the day. Actually, I gotta run my resin too, so I might as well just do it now. So it's all good. It happens. I mean, it's a 4-star. Well, so the reason I pulled on the Rex Lapis one is because I think that I think C1 Zhongli's not terrible. What is it's the second pillar, right? Oh Jesus. I actually don't know if I can do this.
All hail. Transfiguration.
Wind, hear me.
Oh, this is gonna suck. Their ice. Their ice. I don't know what to do. Alright, well, I'm just gonna have to tank through it, I guess. That's so funny. I did not think of that.
Do your master's bidding. Born of ice and frost.
I'm just like not a fan of constellations. Like I just don't. I don't know. I just never really felt like constellations. Don't get me wrong. There's some really good constellations, but I don't know. I just don't. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Like, you've got to be kidding me. Alright. Yeah, I agree. I think more characters just opens up more to you.
Barbados, guide us.
I don't pull for weapons either. I will pull for Mist Splitter though if it comes back. I will gladly pull for Mist Splitter. I will 100% pull for Mist Splitter. Alright.
Cryo Incarnate. Blaze
Yeah, I mean you get free pulls. Like that in and of itself is good for me. 75k, Jesus Christ. 75k, no.
way behind schedule.
Man. Fighting against cryo slimes as cryo characters is a freaking worse. Yeah, no, I mean, like, I'll pull for... There's two weapons I'll pull for. The Staff of Homa and Mist Splitter. Those are the only two weapons I'll ever pull for. Just because they're so strong.
I swear by my soul.
And they can work for multiple characters. That it's just...
Take your... No touching.
Like, it's just so much better.
Let me scry.
Get out of here.
Fate is upon you. Go as one.
So I used to be an anti-weapons person, but I think now at this point, like when you're so into the game like I am, and you have almost everybody, like weapons is just more tempting to you, because it really does take you to the next level. Like I don't own, I mean I own 5 stars, but I don't own any event 5-star weapons. I've never even tried to pull for them.
Delve into destiny. My will and
I think it's definitely a huge, like the damage increase is just massive.
next on the agenda.
I thought I was gonna be able to slide it in there. This one. But I think like if anyone's like watching this and you're like starting out, like definitely pull for characters. Because the synergy of characters is like just always the same. The other thing too I always tell people when they're starting out is damage characters, like main DPS characters, I know they look tempting, but DPS characters are the worst characters to pull for. High DPS characters are honestly the worst things that you can pull for. You shouldn't, like, you know, if you have a choice, you should never pull for a, tomorrow's Wednesday. Oh, Kazuha? Yeah, my girlfriend has Kazuha and she loves him. He has all his books ready. He's ready. Let's take it. So everyone's at 9. Everyone's a Wednesday. That's why I have no one's things. Yeah, she has 9. There we go. They're all my 90s are usually, yeah. So Skyward Blade. Yeah. Chi-Chi, of course I gotta build the Chi-Chi. Low 90s across the board. Sacrificial Sword, I didn't put it to 90. I drew the line at getting the thing to 90. Gray's Wolfstone. Honestly, it's all the Rune Guard weapons. 10s. All 10s. Actually 13s. Because of our constellations. 9s. So, yeah, no. Everybody's built for the most part. I was just actually seeing, was there someone that I missed? I think everybody... I want to push her to 10, but I need to use the prop. I need freaking Wednesday. Ugh! So many Wednesday stuff. He was blocked because we didn't finish that quest. Now that we finished that quest, we should be able to do it, because that's the only reason why he's not... That's why we have all the books. We have all the books because we were waiting for for us to finish that quest line. And then him... I mean, I've never used I'll Hate Them in my life. I have no clue if I actually ever even want to ever use I'll Hate Them in my life, but I'm trying to figure out now. I barely... Oh, yeah. My girlfriend cosplayed as Yaimiko, and I was at Albedo at the latest con we went to. Where are you? You're also Wednesdays. Jesus. Now I know why I don't have any of you finished. It's because you're all Wednesdays. You're Mondays. Kokomi. Lenny. You're Mondays as well. Damn. 9999. Even my Amber is built, yes. She is level 90, yes. I did that for some like damage thing. Some like damage thing, like showcase. Alright, so if I can't run anyone's books, then I guess what I'll do... Oh yeah, I did it to prove a point. Someone said Amber was bad, so I literally went out of my way to build an Amber and did like 180k damage or something. Just to prove a point. She doesn't have her weapon anymore. I gave it to someone. I think I gave it to Lenny, actually. So... yeah. Someone also said there was a day in chat. I don't know what video it is, or else I would have totally told you which video it was. But there's a video somewhere, one of them, where someone's talking smack about Noelle. So I literally went out of my way to build my Noelle to like level 80, gave her artifacts, everything. And she just soloed like floor 9 of the Abyss by herself. I was like, I'm not even going to bring anybody. I'm just going to use Noelle. So, listen, it's possible. Anybody and everybody is viable.
Take it easy.
Anybody and everybody is viable.
Quietly now.
I see everything. The Temple of Wisdom.
This dance is for you.
It might just, you know, be easier with certain characters, but...
Gotcha. Things are about to get dicey.
Like me personally, I don't use Veta anymore. Mostly because I thought he was like making things not fun. Like
Dance with the waves.
Seems like an emergency.
Here comes the
here.
Busted.
I really want to have like a disgusting Eula. Like I really want to have like a... I want to get a very good Eula going. But I need better Pale Flame artifacts. I also need a better Yelan. Honestly, I've been using Yelan like ever since I pulled her day 1. And I never gave her good artifacts. And I don't know, and I still use her in so many teams. If I upgraded her, I would probably be able to do the best so much easier. But no, I like to give myself aneurysms and want to make this as hard as possible.
Mind the side effects. Remember.
Quietly now.
But yeah, I know. And plus, I love Amber in general. Like, I just think Amber's funny. So...
Here comes the catch.
I was like, I'm not gonna let someone talk smack about Amber. Like, hell no. Not on my watch.
No. Positions. With all my strength. All eyes on me.
I messed up.
The deck.
I missed the cycle. I think everyone that I own is at least ascended to 80. I believe that's the true statement. Everyone I own is at least ascended to 80. Most people are 70. If you're a 4-star, you're 70. If you're a 9-star, you're 90. That's been my prophecy. Like, that's been my mindset. Like,
Taking a turn for the better.
I see everything.
Game's up. Fun's over.
that's dedication there. Like I said, like, when you've been playing for so long, it's really not that much work because think about it, like,
This dance is for you.
like I get to skip this entire banner,
Let's leave her to live.
right? Like this Zhongli child banner, like,
The Temple of Wisdom.
so now I get to save on, you know, Primo gems. Sorry, so then what am I running now? Like, I gotta spend my resin somewhere, right? Like,
All eyes on me. With all my strength.
but that's why, like, usually, like, when we do, like, streams and stuff, like, you know, people come in, they'll ask for builds and stuff. I usually do that on the weekends. Like, you know, we'll do, like, a building thing, and, you know, viewers will come in, they'll ask, oh, you know, do you want, like, how do I do this, how do I do that? And, you know, we try to figure out teams and stuff. And it's fun. Like, it's fun. Alright, let's go make our resin stuff, and then we'll end for today. We actually went a little over today. Usually we stream every single day from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Eastern. So today we're going a little over because Lady Save is not here. She's actually away. So I was like, well, so can't see the girlfriend today. Might as well stream a little longer today.
Thank you for
Thank you for my Primo gems. Like, what am I gonna be doing? It's a Tuesday. like, where am I gonna go? I have work tomorrow. Like, I'm not going anywhere. I guess I'll hang out with the cat or something. Alright, and then let's go ahead and make our resin, and then we'll end for today. I always mess this up for some reason. I always go the wrong way. Alright, everybody. Well, I think that's where oh, I don't have crystal flies. Jesus Christ, I'm a mess today. Tomorrow, at least, I'm going to run everything to the ground, because apparently everything I need falls on a Wednesday. Let's go here. Here? It's here, right? There's 2 crystal flies to spawn here. To the top right, right? I think it's 2 crystal flies to spawn to the top right here, if I'm not mistaken. There's 1. And then there's 2. Alright, there we go. I guess I'll just go to Fontaine, that's fine. So guys, thank you guys so much for watching as always. I greatly appreciate it. Have an awesome night, everyone. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you're watching this live, you know, thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you're not watching this live, you know, thanks for watching the video in general, you know. And we'll be back on tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern. I think we're going to continue the Archon quest, because I think we haven't finished it. We just kind of left it there. And I was just like gung-ho on like, no, I got to do the key quest. So I'm going to go ahead and finish that up, which I think we're probably close to the end. But that's it for me, y'all. Take care, be safe, make wise choices, don't do anything too stupid.